Speaking of non-solutions, I want to take things down a bit, and I want to talk to the other side, the side I used to champion like it was nobody's business because I believed in the innocuous nature of guns and things of this nature here, and I've since started changing my ideals because I cannot support my old opinions. There's a video by Mr. Repzion, and there's an article about a gentleman by the name of James Yeager who threatens to kill people over gun control. Not only that, he's asking for civil war. Here's what he originally said, and then of course Yeager tried to edit his video, which is a fail in and of itself, but I digress. Vice President Joe Biden is asking the president to bypass Congress and use executive privilege, executive order to ban assault rifles and to impose stricter gun control. And actually, at this point, Biden's not asking for that. If anything, we'll get to that when I get to my video on that. I'm telling you, if that happens, I'm going to spark a civil war, and I'll be glad to fire the first shot. I'm not putting up with it. You shouldn't put up with it. And I need all you patriots. Oh, God, what is it with you and patriotism? What is it with you and acting as if the Founding Fathers would be okay at all with any of this? What the hell is wrong with you? Why do you got to wrap this up in national pride? Since when have we been all about, oh, we're America, we're guns, but don't look at us like we're violent maniacs? Frankly, I don't blame Britain for their sometimes ostentatious views on guns and gun violence in America and American society anymore. Because when I hear crap like this, it just makes me facepalm so hard. Oh, I'm a peaceful gun owner, but if you dare to try to take my guns, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, not only that, if you dare to try to take care of my guns, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start World War III against our own nation. I will shoot anyone and everyone that I disagree with because that's how I prove I'm right. See, this is how an argument should go. Pussy comes up to me, telling me about my guns, guns this, guns are bad, guns are only made for killing, and I shoot them, and because I got the gun, I win. End of discussion. They were wrong, I shot them, we move on. That's not a solution. And it's something that has been a big poisoning of this well that we used to have very well maintained on the side of non-governmental intervention into the lives of gun owners. I still believe in responsible gun ownership, but I do not believe that assault rifles, armor-piercing armaments, and especially sniper rifles that are specifically designed for things like armor piercing and things of this nature in conjunction with its ammo. Yes, I am a gun lover. No, I'm not an idiotic liberal commie who wouldn't know the first thing about a gun if you threw it at my face, okay? Because that's a popular thing. Oh, look, he said that gun is designed to pierce armor. It's the ammo, stupid. Yeah, because now you sound like such an intellectualite in this topic now, don't you? But yeah, it's this new prevalent talk of, oh, I don't hurt people with my guns. I will never hurt people with my guns unless you break into my house. Then I have every right to shoot you, whether you're armed or not. Because I can't tell, as if that's not an argument against everybody being armed. Oh, I can't tell if you're armed or not, and I'm not going to risk that. So rather than trying to make a rational decision, I'm going to make a split decision, and then I'm going to justify it, like, say, how predators justify preying on children. so that I don't have to feel bad for my actions, for me being shoot first, ask questions later, because, oh, there was this case this one time in this one state where this guy didn't act and his family got raped in front. I don't care. We have enough examples of both extremes in this country, as well as both extreme situations in the world, to point to your arguments and say, you can do better than that. You should be doing better than that. Because this is getting to the point to where it's like, thinking too hard. Can't I just shoot everything I disagree with? Why don't I have the right to shoot everything that pisses me off? And make it stop. Make it stop making my brain hurt. Make it stop making me think about ethics and actual statistics and things that don't favor my position, but I don't want to actually debate it. I just want to make you look like a fool and act as if that's actually winning an argument. I want to say, oh, what's my stance on gun control? I hate this. I'm sorry, Integral Math, but I hate that you said this. How do I feel about gun control? Break into my house and find out. Yeah, because that makes you sound like such the type of person who I want to have a gun. Although I do look at you as being a responsible gun owner, but at the same time, you bug me because you make the same argumental fallacies and act as if that suddenly bolsters your opinion. I mean, especially looking at oh, you so care about Sandy Hook? Name me one victim. I bet you can't. What is that? That's not an argument. But I digress. I digress, because I'm getting way the fuck off topic here. You're going to start a civil war over a gun. I love, at least, prop guns. I've never owned a real gun. There's parts of me who would love to own a real gun. And I would be responsible. In fact, I wouldn't own a gun for protection because I think that's absolutely stupid. In 9 out of 10 cases, that's not usually demonstrated that having the gun was actually a good thing, especially if you're having it under lock and key and all these things to get to it to keep your family safe. If I were to own a gun, I would just own the gun. I would never own the ammunition. I would buy ammunition at my shooting ranges. I would take care of everything there, and then that's where I would leave it. So the only way that my gun could hurt somebody is if you hit them with it, and you could use it that way. But this way, I would follow proper procedure. I'd make sure there was no bullets in any of the chambers, although I favor revolvers, so it's kind of hard not to understand that you've got one in the gun, in the cylinder. And I would just basically make sure that, because I would like to own a gun, that I have the gun, but that the gun in and of itself cannot do any harm, that people try to attribute it. Oh my God, you want to own a gun, you monster? Oh, screw you. Oh, that gun's going to hurt people by proxy of the fact that it exists and it's in the vicinity of my home. Somehow that gun, without any ammunition, is going to kill and hurt everybody I love, maybe even myself. Sorry, anti-gun people, but you got to kind of prove that that's going to happen. But no, this is not an answer. Constantly trying to yell, I'm peaceful, I'm a good person, and then showing how angry you get over just discussing the very idea of gun control. Being the Alex Joneses that make me feel uneasy around you because you're quick to temper. And when you're quick to temper, you're not focused, you're not thinking, you're feeling. And if you're too scared enough, or if you're too hyped up enough, you're liable to shoot somebody, whether they deserved it or not, whether they were a credible threat to you or not. And these are the perfect examples of why gun control needs to be in place. But I've come to realize that this debate is not a debate anymore. It has already been decided on Capitol Hill, and it's not going to go the way that it needs to go. In fact, We're likely to ban violent video games before we ever start to ban assault rifles. So guess what? You win anyways. You got Capitol Hill. This stuff's never going to get resolved, and we're going to continue to get the results that we continue to get. And I know people hate the definition of insanity, quote, but in this case, this is insanity. We're doing the same thing with every one of these massacres, and we're getting the same results. And we're acting like, I'm doing something. Violent video games are icky. We're going to ban them. Yay, I did something. No, no, you didn't. And you're an idiot if you think you have.